Hey everybody, welcome back to Rathlin Island. It's day 8 of late summer, and we finally got those fields harvested. It was a late night, but we finally got her wrapped up and back to the farm around 11 o'clock, and hit the head pretty quick, and we're back up this morning. So we need to come over here and pick up our Digestate spreader right here, and we're going to go ahead and see about putting some digestate down on those fields. Them a level of fertilization, and then work on getting them cultivated up and ready for planting for our winter wheat come autumn. Looking at the forecast, we've got 4 days out of 6 days of autumn currently showing rain. Let's go ahead and look at that. See, autumn, we got 4 out of 6 days showing rain. We got rain in the forecast for later today, then sunshine tomorrow. I'd like to try to get this, I'd like to see if we can't get our digestate down on the field before it rains. So we don't have got our best chance at not compacting the soil any more than we have to, given the weight of the slurry spreader there, digestate spreader. We don't want to put any more compaction on than we don't have to. Plan is to just come through and use that power harrow that is part of the coon pack to cultivate up, so we can cultivate and seed all in one pass. Did in the springtime. I need to put some hay bales in our BGA here from yesterday. Let's put this back up to 29,000. Can sit there. Let's get rid of the forecast, and let's see where we are with respect to our compaction. So the tractor is giving us light compaction. That is mostly due to the weight of the digestate there. And the mogul is giving us light compaction also, so that's not too terrible bad. Go ahead and get to applying the slurry here. When we get over to field 4, I'm going to go ahead and see. I want to see how much canola we did manage to get out of that field. Remember, we still have that great demand on, but the price wasn't attractive enough for me to go ahead and sell the canola straight out of the field. Toggle this soil compaction. See where we've got pink everywhere now. Pretty much all the fields that we have worked are now completely covered in pink. This part. We'll take care of that here without too much hassle. Let's see what our canola take was. Almost 25,000 liters of canola. Not too terrible bad for two fields. This stuff, you need to hit the ground running. Just pours out of the tank. It's such a rate. Suppose with the bigger, there is a bigger Digestate slurry spreader that has been made to work with that spray add-on. That basically the nozzles turn off if they are not on the field or if they're going over already fertilized ground. There isn't a version for this particular tank, and that other tank was just way too big for these fields and for the tractor we've got here pulling it. So we're gonna have to go with this one, and what that means is try to be as efficient as we can on the field to minimize the number of trips we need to take. So, Welker Farms is out. Everyone had a chance to download that and take a look. Let's see here. This video will be should be coming out the day after Welker Farms map video came out. Know what you think of the map? What do you think of Welker Farms? What do you think of the map video itself? How many of you have done the Gold Nugget scavenger hunt? Welker Farms. That was kind of fun to run around and read the different clues as to where things were and everything. And the final clue, basically where the nuggets were, is pretty fun. I went around and was exploring the map before the video when I hunted down all the signs and everything. And the sign at the store, I never really found that one. Stumbled upon the next sign, the one that's at the burger place, in my explorations, but I never found the one that's at the store, the vehicle shop. So that one kind of confuses me as to where it may be located. Alright, so put part of another tank on this field. Make it to the end here or not? Just made it. Just made it. No real reason to top that all, or to empty that completely. Let's cycle over here. Pink, just momentarily. 5:30. Let's get rid of the pink momentarily, so now we can see our fertilization layers. See how we are covering the field. That'll help us fill in the gaps after we get the next load. So I guess the only other map that really is pending that everyone's well, not everyone, lots of folks are talking about is Black Mountain Creamery. Where is that one at? Black Sheep Modding has been rather quiet of late. They haven't put up a preview or a quick look video for that map for quite a while now. Wondering, where is it? course, if it's not ready, it's not ready. See a map that's not ready come out, but at the same point, I would like to get a little information as to maybe where it is in the pipeline. What other maps are you guys eagerly awaiting? The only big map that I'm eagerly awaiting at this point that is anywhere as close to coming out is Black Mountain Creamery. $200,000 slurry. Plenty enough for what we wanted. Our big field. Right. See how well we can back this up with. One without hitting anything. Without going into third person. Lincoln lights. Lincoln lights. I don't know if they just look weird. I have those in the States. Seen them on a few maps, so I assume that they are relatively common in the UK or Britain or England or Ireland or any of those descriptive terms for the countries of that general area. In here. Moving once we start applying. So the other big news is FarmCon is this weekend coming up. Heard anything about it? On that it's coming up. There's supposedly a big announcement, FS17. Wondering what that might be. Got speculations. I'm kind of guessing that it's going to be maybe the announcement of the Digestate. To this point, there's been some leaks on various web retailers of a release date that is on or around the last day of the calendar year, December 31st. Giant's website themselves has it up for pre-sale, and they have a release date that simply just states 2018. I am thinking those release dates that are basically December 31st have been put in there as placeholder dates. It's a date that they gave the vendor in order to be able to set up a pre-order page, but have every intention of providing a different date at a later time. And what better date to do that would be maybe at FarmCon when you see that. And then the other big thing that I think might be happening is a first look of gameplay footage. That might be something that is in the works. FarmCon. The time will tell. By the time this video comes out, we will all have known. All have heard what the big news is. But until then, it's all just kind of speculation and anticipation. It's a little speck. I don't see. I know what it was. It wasn't showing up because Minimap has a delay in it. That's why it was showing this big gap over there. Alright, well, let's go ahead and run back to the BGA. This thing filled up. We're at about half of a tank. No reason to drive all the way up there just to dump half of a load. Just come back here, fill up with fill up the rest of the tank, and go up there and give it a full tanks application. Go. So we had an interesting thing happen on Hoff-Bergman. Hopefully it's straightened out. Last night I was recording video that came out on Monday, and I was recording the map video that came out yesterday. And before I went to bed, I decided, well, let's jump on the map, jump on Hoff-Bergman, and basically see about moving some eggs around, keeping the egg production up and running. So that's giving me some pretty good money. And, you know, see what time it is. Maybe we could sell some eggs and some chickens. And then I had to pay a couple guys for some work they did for me. I'll jump in on the map, and I find things all wonky. Not wonky like someone was just screwing around wonky. Like having more chickens. Didn't even own the chicken plant. Basically said I needed to pay money to buy the chicken plant. Everything had disappeared, basically for the most part, as far as the chickens, the straw, the water, chicken meal, all kinds of stuff just missing. And the map on the first tab, the crop indicators, where it tells you, where it names the crops, that was all messed up. Look in the garage, lots of equipment was not listed anymore, and certain things were listed multiple times. It's just awful. So I worked on it for probably 3 hours or so, trying to figure out what on earth was going on. Trying to compare a good save game to a bad save game and see basically if I could figure out where things had gone wrong. But in the end, I had to just basically revert back to a good save game, and we ended up losing about a day. Yeah, about a full day. We ended up losing about a full game day of time on the map. It was Thursday at 8 a.m. was a good game save. Next game save that I had was Thursday at 8 p.m. and that one was not good at all. Had issues. By the time I found it, found out there were issues. It's something like, well, it was close to 11:30 on Thursday night. And when I found the issues, I was like, man, I am mentally not in a state to try to fix this now. So I just figured, you know, if it's in that state now, it's not going to hurt to just leave it until morning. So I left it until morning. By the time I got around to checking it out, it was around 6, after 6 in the morning. So started looking at it. Had to go to work, so I had to put it down, get off to work. But Friday was a day where I could come home early. I got home early and looked at it some more, and looked at it some more. And like I said, I tried to compare the files, and I just couldn't. So step back, punt, and kind of cut your losses, and get the map up for everybody. About a day behind. Not well. I mean, we're not really behind schedule, but we're a day behind where we could have been as far as the map and the gameplay goes. But you know, thankfully, it's not 2 weeks of lost effort. It's just a day. We can survive that. Soybeans are coming up quite nice over here. Swing up. Big old wide swing. Oh. Yeah, I'd much rather use the liquid fertilizer sprayer than this thing. But you know, you can't turn down free fertilizer and everything. We do have $1.5 million, but still, you can't turn down free fertilizer. Cool to do that, so we're just gonna go ahead and use that when we can to get some fertilizer down on the ground. I'd imagine that more people would put Digestate and slurry down on their fields if the darn stuff went a little further. It just runs out so quick. Well, we're not going to be able to make it back to the door gate. Hopefully we'll be able to make it to the end of this. Nope. No. So just one more load will do us. Head on back and get that load done. Probably be a short episode today. because there's no real reason to. I don't really see a reason to go ahead and cultivate this up. We're going to use the coon setup with the seed hopper on the front, tractor, the power harrow, and then the coon planter on the back. Should be able to get the field planted without any compaction, because the power harrow should eliminate the compaction of the tractor and everything that's driven over the field to date. And the seeder shouldn't be introducing any more compaction around. I think that's definitely what we'll do. Last field. I really like field 1 here. Nice. Very busy crosswalk. Very busy crosswalk. Don't really see people crossing this one. Go ahead and hear the PGA running here. Let's go ahead and check it out. Chewing up stuff. Let's see. Let's not fill any. Let's see where. Our energy production, 610 kilowatts and climbing. Oh, look at that brown goo. Oh, that looks awful. These plants, these fields better know what's good for them, because that stuff is nasty looking. I can only imagine what that nasty must smell like. Alright guys, well I want to thank you for coming out and watching tonight, or today. If you liked the video, please click that like button. Know if you're liking the content. So we are coming down to the final seasons here on Rathlin. Autumn, winter, and spring. So this is our last summer. Last video of summer. Will not be in summer when we come back. Next video, we're going to go ahead and be in autumn. We got fields to bring in. We got grass to mow. We got grass to bale. It's hay. We got grass to bale as grass to wrap as silage, just to pad our silage bale numbers a little bit more. We got wheat, barley. We got soybeans to come in. And we got, like I said at the top of the video, 4 out of 6 days of rain. It's going to be darn wet. So, until next time, guys, happy farming.